Hey crypto friends, checking in on the usual suspects here. So right when the daily candlestick closed yesterday, the bears came out in full force pretty much across the sector in most individual names, and it certainly looked orchestrated to me. Looking on the 5-minute time frame, we scroll back and this is literally the candlestick where the day rolled over. All out dump on that 5-minute time frame, and that dump really lasted only 5 to 10 minutes. And then from there we saw some consolidation. So at this point, the daily time frame is looking to head back towards the daily exponential resistance, or I should say support now. So it was resistance, 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 resistance. Now it's support. We're going to look to back test it. If we hold the back test and try and make our way back up to 3,700, we're going to see these exponential moving averages give a bull cross. And if we cannot hold the back test of these supports, that's a big red flag on this bounce. At this point on the weekly time frame, it's looking like the daily, or I should say the weekly equilibrium is going to continue to play out for at least a few more weeks. And that's looking at our low, the high of the bounce, 42.39, our higher low of 33.37, and now we're within this range. So bulls want to make their way back to the midpoint of this range, and from 33.37 up to 42.39, we are looking at about $450 to get midpoint. So we're looking at 3,800 would be right around the midway point. So we got fairly close and probably got within about $70, $80 to the midway point of this equilibrium. But if this is as much as the bulls can put together and we're just going to fade back down towards that support, then the weekly chart will continue to favor the bears. It certainly still favors the bears. We have not changed the trend on the weekly time frame. It's a lower high, lower low pattern for many months at this point, and it would only be step number one for a long-term trend change for the bulls to break 42.39. So can't lose sight of the long-term bearish picture. Yes, the daily chart has clearly shifted momentum. We are looking for a daily higher low to form after this big bull move, but until we break 42.39, not changing any long-term trends. 4-hour time frame, grinding exponential support, trying to hold it, and we are still holding the low of the initial pullback at this point, 35.75, and now it's a triple bottom. We're grinding right above that level. If that level does break, daily exponential moving averages will be the next target we look to. If this level holds, it's still pretty healthy consolidation overall with no red flags on the amount of a pullback that we've seen. ETH USD daily time frame. So we got the leg up yesterday. It was LTC's turn earlier in the morning. ETH, just before the candlestick rolled over, it too saw that dump once that candlestick changed on the daily time frame. And there it is on that dump, but because of the bull move before the dump, the 4-hour time frame was able to absorb it better and still hold exponential support. So here we are continuing to hold those levels. Our new must-hold support is 118.24 to keep the bulls in full control, and we've got resistance of 121.88 and 125.28. If we lose the exponential support, again, we zoom out to the daily chart, and we're going to then look at the daily exponential support as the next support level that we're going to test. Daily inside bar for Ethereum looks pretty confident that we're going to form that here today. Litecoin, so now we're getting more significant pullback on the Litecoin chart, and this is a scenario where we ran the hardest, the fastest, and now it looks like we're pulling back a bit more than other names, and we're seeing, like I said in the last video, some money potentially rotating around, going from one name to the next. And right now it's clear that some money is leaving Litecoin as we've pulled back over 10% from the top of this move. 4-hour exponential support being lost. The red flag here, still healthy. Bull move for continuation, still healthy at 42.60. Breaking 42.60 would have been the red flag here. And now we're going to be watching a lack of support, and the bulls have to establish a new clear support level. So we zoom out to the daily chart when the 4-hour uptrend is lost, and we look for our daily higher low to be established. We're much further above the daily exponential supports on Litecoin than we are on all the other names because we did run so hard. XRP, still tightening up on the daily, and we're going to get a break here probably within a week, but low, high of the bounce, higher low, lower high, and we're now looking for a higher low. Have not seen a convincing one form yet. It looked like the bulls were going to attempt 303 to be the daily higher low, but we got no follow through today. So we're still watching the key levels of 291 and 325 in order for the range to break. We will anticipate the bulls are likely to hold 291 on the initial test. And again, probably into this weekend, we'll look for a clear break on XRP. TRX, clear bear break, got follow through. So we had the bear break yesterday, not a lot of follow through, but this is a scenario where further consolidation on Bitcoin led to a bear break of support. Now we're down to 2.4, which did hold. After 2.4 is 2.28. Clear shift of the daily higher low pattern, and now the weekly time frame, we're looking for weekly consolidation. Weekly chart has not consolidated on this entire bull move from 0.011. So we ran well over 100% with no clear weekly higher low, and it looks like the bulls are trying to give us that at this point. It is a potential little weekly bull flag if this is as much consolidation as we're going to see, but considering we just lost the daily uptrend, we could very easily pull back into the low 2-cent range pretty easily. Binance continues to be a shining star for the bulls. It is a significant bull. Higher lows. So 854 was the low of our bull flag. We had another higher low, 888. And now we're looking for another higher low. Bulls attempting to hold 928. That's not a must-hold level. It's an inside bar right now. If the inside bar breaks bearish, it's still all about 888. 888 is the last clear higher low on the 4-hour time frame the bulls need to maintain. As long as the 4-hour uptrend maintains, we're not seeing daily consolidation. And once it does, we'll look for the bulls to form a higher low compared to 761. So if we are going to rank where we stand right now in the short term, it really depends if you're looking at the daily charts or the 4-hour time frames. Litecoin is still stronger on the daily time frame than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but if you look at the hourly time frame over the last 16, 24 hours, we're seeing a little bit more Litecoin profit taking and pullback than on, say, Ethereum. So Binance will continue to have our attention all of 2019 because, again, the volume we pointed out yesterday on the weekly time frame, there's so many little reasons why Binance is set up to do really well if we do see cryptocurrency names shift their weekly trends to bullish, which it already has done. But if Bitcoin can do that and start to see some follow through, then that can only help. And the BNB BTC chart is in blue sky breakout. So Binance right now relative to Bitcoin is the strongest that it has ever been. And that is only leading to further upside. So aside from Binance being the lead bull, the takeaways, TRX lost daily support. And we could see this was likely to happen. If you go back and look at the video 2-3 days or maybe 3-4 days ago, we were saying how the lack of seeing any bullish action with the sector, like we saw on all those daily charts for Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, the lack of seeing that strength told us that when we see consolidation in those names, it could very easily drag us down and break support. That's how it ended up playing out. XRP tightening daily range to keep an eye on. Just brief one-day bull moves with no follow-through. And we're watching the daily exponential supports as well as the 4-hour lows of consolidation at this point on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And Litecoin has already lost its low of the initial consolidation. Ethereum still has a solid little 4-hour uptrend to be watching. And Bitcoin, 35.75 key support and daily exponential support key as well. That's where we stand as we head into tomorrow. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Here's some Rincon action, and we'll see you soon.